He married my sister, now we're living together.
Roommates-in-law, Tom.
Hello, Timothy. Good morning. Good night.
Good morning to you. How are things?
Doing pretty well. Can't complain.
Wait, what did that guy say? Good night, good morning, and good luck. No, who is that?
Good morning, Vietnam. That's Robin
No,
Williams.
good night and good luck. Isn't that what it was? The legendary broadcaster.
Is that Walter Cronkite?
Nah, Walter Cronkite. It's good night and good luck.
Yeah.
There was a movie about it.
Yes, it's
what is your name?
Good night.
Good night and good luck. It is.
It is about.
Come on. Who's it about? It is
Edward R.
Murrow. Damn it. Murrow, the king himself. Boy, back when we used to have real news on the television, Tom, can we get into what's going on the news?
Well, now it's all this fake news. And
I fucking hate this shit. Speaking of fake news, we're not even roommates.
No, that is some fake news. You know what else is fake news? Us being brothers-in-law.
Damn, dude. You know what's real ass news?
Us being good friends.
Pretty good friends, though.
Oh, that's big. I'm glad I got that right. That would have been embarrassing if I got it wrong. If I was like, oh, it's us being good friends, and you were like, no, the election was stolen.
Oh, yeah, that would have been a tough look. And you're like, wow, I really made myself vulnerable just for a shitty political joke.
I thought it was
Tom, what are we
good.
sipping on over there? A little Folgers in your cup?
I got a little coffee. Yeah.
Love that.
Dude, I will say this though. I told you I got the programmable coffee maker in my room, and I know that seems like a weird move. But if anyone out there is looking for an easier way to wake up in the morning, it's kind of a cheat code.
Not bad.
I got a little it's like a hotel room style one because it's a little 5-cupper.
Right.
So I wake up with a little pot of coffee going. It's amazing. It honestly, my little sister kind of inspired me because she did it. But this morning, I realized I didn't set it last night. I didn't program it. So then I was like, shit. I ran, filled up the thing, went to dump the water in there. Didn't realize I already had water in there. I just dumped water all over my dresser and floor and
that's
clothes.
When you're thankful it's just a 5-cupper. You could have really been in some trouble there.
Can you imagine the damage I'd be doing if it was a 12-cupper?
Yeah, dude. I don't want to get started on what would have happened if you dumped 12 cups of water in there. I mean, your floor would have been wet.
It would have been like 7 cups wetter.
Probably 7 cups wetter than what it was.
Like I can handle a 5-cup spill.
5 is fine. That's a little washcloth. 7 cups, that's full towel.
That's a beach towel.
Yeah, that's brutal. Well, look who's doing another load of laundry. Damn it. Tough way to start the day.
Dude. Last week, so we've been doing these morning pods on Tuesday because I got to go play basketball on Tuesdays.
Well, of course, yeah.
I got to go put up some shots.
Tommy buckets.
Let's go. Last week we wrapped the pod. I run out of here. I drive over there. It takes me about 30 to 35 minutes to get there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a cute drive. It's through downtown LA.
So is this 30, 35 by traffic, or is it that distance?
No traffic. I don't know. I guess it would be like probably 15, 20.
Okay. So it's a little bit of traffic. Because that's not so bad if it's a nice little easy drive.
Yeah.
You toss some tunes on.
No, there is a section of it where you
sing with the windows down for a little while.
There's a section of it where you're in downtown LA and you're not singing, you're just screaming at stuff. Cause like you gotta it's one of those ones where you gotta merge onto one highway and then peel across like 4 lanes of traffic to get over to your next exit that's on the left side for some reason.
Brutal.
So it's a stressful little drive in LA traffic. And I will say though, that little challenge right there, it's always kind of fun. Well, you're looking over your shoulder and you're like, yeah, I can make it.
Yep, got that one. It's like a game of frog. You're like really dialed in for a second. Most times when you're driving, you're just kind of spaced. But when you got to hit that 4 lane, you're really in it.
Most of the time when I'm driving, I'm kind of zoned out, not paying attention, kind of asleep. But
isn't that the worst? When you're like, wait, were any of those lights green? How did I get here? I mean, usually I'm blackout drunk when that happens, but still.
Right, yeah.
Tom.
Come on.
Talking about drinking and driving now.
Come on. There we go.
Those days are behind me, Tom.
Good. Good, Tim.
Mostly because I don't.
I'm
have a
not going to
phone.
riff on that. This is serious.
I know.
This is
I
serious,
paid.
dude.
I paid dearly for it. Roughly
Last time I got a
$10,000.
DUI, I was leaving a strip club.
Come on,
And,
Tom. Tom.
Boy, you were telling that joke consistently for a little while.
Well, yeah, it was like murdering for a really long time.
It still does, probably.
Yeah,
I haven't heard you do it in a long time.
I don't do it. It's
I
just
think I have that joke. I could probably do it word for word.
when I'm doing like 50. Oh, that'll sneak its way in.
Damn. When I'm doing 50, one of my best jokes will sneak its way in. Shut the fuck up. It's not sneaking its way in. It's in there.
Tom, I'm sorry. I have a laundry list of heaters. I'm just looking through my notebook. I'm like, I don't think this one's gonna make it in tonight.
And that gets a pop. And that gets a pop.
That gets a big pop. Oh God, what were we talking? All right, so
So
you're
anyway, so I get over
traffic.
there. I fist fight through traffic. I get over there. I'm so excited to play basketball. It's the happiest I am all week. I get there. I realize no shoes in the car.
I mean, are you wearing sandals? You don't have some tennies on that you could make work?
No, I'm wearing flip flops. If I had anything with a frame around it, I would have played.
Playing. Yeah.
If I had sandals with a strap on the heel, I would have played.
Yeah. I see. I just worry about rolling the old ankle.
Yeah, I mean, I worry about that too. But it's like, okay, so I did that, whatever. And then you do the thing where like I'm sitting in my car and I'm like, well, surely this is not the scenario. Like
no. There are shoes here.
Yeah, I'm like,
you know those shoes I never purchased? They're definitely in my car.
There's something in here that I can use or do. I mean, I like ripped my car apart.
Because you're like kind of looking around outside. You're like, are there any shoes like in those trees over there? Because I mean, I drove all the way here. Certainly, I get to play basketball.
Dude, I had one thought where I was like, did they fall out like when I first opened the car door?
Yeah,
like,
there they are, sitting there waiting for me. It makes no sense because you feel like you're like, I did all the work. I should get the spoils of the work.
I should be able to play basketball now.
I should be able to play basketball. I drove here.
Yeah,
Tommy want bally.
Tommy want basketball.
There we go. I mean, I'm surprised none of the boys out there. Nobody had a little extra pair.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Jesus.
They're not team players. They're looking out for themselves. You know?
They're only.
And by that, I mean, I was too ashamed and I didn't ask anyone. I just left.
Oh, huge.
I didn't even walk in there. I just was standing in the street.
How was the drive home?
Angry.
Yeah. It's not as fun merging those 4 lanes when you don't have your basketball shoes.
No, felt like I just lost like a custody battle or something. Like I was so angry at just like it did feel like I lost a custody battle because I was angry at like everyone in the world, but it was just my fault.
100%. Yeah. And where were the shoes? That's the kind of the worst part is when you walk back and you see right where they are and then you replay how you miscalculated the whole situation.
Dude, this is what happened. And it's so funny because it's like, this is the state of mind I was in. I went to leave for basketball. I got my shoes in my hands and my roommate was shooting a sketch in our backyard and his girlfriend was there filming and she had parked me into our driveway. So I had to run and grab her and ask her to move her car. And I put the shoes down on the porch.
So quickly.
And now, as soon as I realized that, I was like, it's fucking Brett's fault. It's Laura's fault. I'm so mad at them. Did you say a little something to Laura? No, I couldn't. I couldn't.
She's like, oh, back so soon? You're like, yeah, funny story, Laura.
Because then it's like, what is that? I'm like, yeah, put him down on the porch. And she's like, we should have picked him back up.
And you're like, yeah, but I didn't, so it's your fault. Don't you love when something's just 100% your fault and you're desperately trying to make it not fault?
Yeah, that's most things that are my fault.
No, all the sweet little time, Tom.
Just right now, I was like, who put water in my coffee pot before I did?
What would somebody fill it up in my bedroom? Who snuck in and filled up my coffee pot?
Someone did it. Own up. I go to my roommates. Hey, dude,
let me
see your hands.
You know what I do? That's might be more annoying. I've been on this little number for a minute. I'll put my little, I got water in the little Nespresso. I put my little pod in there, hit brew, walk away. I didn't put a coffee cup under there. Now there's just coffee going everywhere.
That's way worse.
It's way worse.
Coffee cleanup. I'll take a water cleanup.
Because it's coffee cleanup. Not only that, it's hot coffee cleanup. Now my little mitts are burning.
Dude, what are you? You're doing hot coffee cleanup with your hands?
Yeah, I try to still drink it. So I just kind of scoop it with my hands and lick it out like a saucer. It's brutal. It tastes terrible. You get a bunch of like old hair in there. It's horrible. Tom,
is there a worse thing in the world than a long hair in a piece of food?
No, it's truly disgusting. But I've lived with a woman here for coming up on a full decade. So
coming up on a decade, isn't it 2 years past a decade?
No, lived with.
Oh, lived with.
So I find hair in every little nook and crevice of my body and or food and or mouth. Oh, all the time, Tom. These women's hair, it's like a hack bit, but it's like women, it goes everywhere.
Women,
I find it wrapped around my dinky.
Yeah.
And then you have to try to pull it off real delicate, and it like kind of gets tighter somehow, and it like kind of rips your dick apart.
Like, how is this in like a fisherman's knot?
Yeah. I'm like, I didn't even know she sailed. This is crazy.
Aye, Captain.
It does kind of tickle when you pull, because you'll get one in your butt crack.
Dude, the weirdest is when you like
fun,
find it in the. Your mic is fucked.
Well, let me stand perfectly still.
Our intern is getting fired, by the way.
Maybe I should I should probably stop crumpling the wire up and throwing it over my neighbor's fence when we're done potting.
I thought we talked about not wrapping the wire up one time.
Okay, well, I did stop doing that, but I did start leaving it out in the rain.
And that's fine. I told you that was fine.
I thought that would like clean it up a little bit because I get a lot of coffee. I get a lot of like peanut butter on it and stuff.
You got hot coffee cleanup on it.
I've been using the wire to clean up all the hot coffee.
Oh man, dude,
God.
I have this memory that I'm wondering if this will make you feel physically ill. You know in college when you were like playing drinking games, the cups of beer, like sometimes like if if games went from one to the next, like some cups would just be on that table for so long. And I have this one memory of like,
I hate this already. I just have to say
it's like I think I'm
so gross.
maybe I'm saying this because it's dramatic, but I think it was literally my last night in our house, like senior year. But like I lost like the last cup and it was full, and I like went to sip, and it's like, ooh, this is warm and flat.
It's really warm, yeah.
But
and
then
it's bad beer. It's also bad beer.
It's bad. It's
even cold. It's bad.
Natural, like
natty ice. Yeah,
yeah, and it's flat and warm. And I chugged the whole thing, but then the last sip, just a long hair, and I had like half swallowed it.
Did
So
you puke?
I like pulled it out, but it's like pulling up
tickling
from my throat.
So it's tickling. Yeah, I might puke.
Yeah, I walked outside, threw up right on our porch.
Oh God, just some nice stale beer coming up.
Ooh, yeah. I wish we could just move on. I wish I didn't bring that up because it kind of made me feel ill.
Well, I mean, I went through a little point in my life where it was like, I don't know what I was up to.
Wait, you cut out at a critical moment of that.
I said I was kind of going to Puketown, USA there for a little while during college.
You were puking a lot?
It was just like it was just like,
was this volume based?
I mean, I don't know. It's gotta be. I mean, I don't know. There were some nights that we had in Chicago where if it was volume based, that should have come back, right?
Sure. I don't know, but just pure beer. It was what would get me. Because I've never been a next day puker.
I've been known to do that.
I've never. I don't know if I've ever thrown up from being hungover, but I have done the. It's like it was always drinking games is what got me, and it's you get one extra one, and then you get one that just doesn't go all the way down, and you're like, uh-oh.
I probably haven't puked in, I don't know. How old am I? I don't know. Probably 6 years. Like had a nice 7 years.
You haven't thrown up since you were 38?
Yeah, probably. That seems about right.
You guys, Tim's 24 years old.
Well, we met when I was we met what 6 years ago, and I was 36 then.
Yeah, I played your surprise
49
40th.
now. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
probably haven't puked in 6 or 7 years.
What are we doing for your 50th, by the way?
I say we rent out like an Outback Steakhouse and just see how many bloomin' onions we can shove down before something bad happens.
Talk about volume-based puking. I will get there.
I'll happily puke up even puking up a bloomin' onion might taste good.
Yeah, that would it might be the best thing Outback Steakhouse does.
Mm-hmm. It's not wrong. And I don't know if we'll be able to rent out the entire Outback Steakhouse, but we could probably like reserve a table for like 4 or 5.
Yeah, they do those things where they're like, yeah, this is like a private party section, but it's really just a corner.
It's just
Outback
a corner of the room.
Steakhouse.
And they like kind of
Yeah.
close a curtain and you're like, this is sick as hell.
Yeah, I'm talking in an Australian accent too.
Good day, mate. Give me that fucking brown ass bread. Tom,
Yeah,
where you been at?
We'll take a few flaming Dr. Peppers for the table.
For the table. Give me some more of that bread that kind of looks like a log of shit, and then a few blooming onions to start. Thanks so much, dude. I like
them.
happy. Tom, when's the last time you performed for 4 people?
Been a little minute. I don't know. Probably last time I headlined somewhere.
Let's go. In Boston, an amazing weekend. The best place to do comedy. One of the best comedy cities of all time. Ripping Ninch. We did Ninch. That's fun. I
That's
kind
not
of sounds
German,
like
by
I'm
the way.
I feel like a Nazi when I say it.
Yeah, we're saying 9 shows.
9 shows.
Typically, that's a touche, and that's a little easier. It comes off.
Tried, Ninch really feels really, really bad.
Ninch.
Did Ninch. Oh, that's the name of the pod.
I think hot coffee cleanup. That's sticking in my head.
That's not bad either. Hot coffee cleanup's fun. So not all the shows can be heaters, Tom. Sometimes third show of the night, you walk in, it's 4 people in the audience.
Ooh,
it's 4.
That's you can count those quickly.
And let me tell you something.
On one hand,
they don't want to be there.
No, because were they doing the thing? Did they realize pretty quickly that they made a mistake?
Well, here's the thing. The venue knew what the score was. So they only had out 4 chairs.
Oh, God.
So it
what
wasn't
about
like
walk-ups.
Zilch. It wasn't like they had the 40 to 50 chairs in there. They had 4 chairs. And there were people sitting in 4 chairs.
Up
front. There was
okay.
that's all it was.
Bad.
They were in the front and the back and the side. There were 4 chairs, and there were 4 people sitting in those chairs. And I had to go first.
Why'd you have to go first?
Because I had to get to the other.
Oh, you had to get to the Aish.
I had to go, yeah. I had to go to Aish. So, but it actually turned out to be kind of fun. It was lucky that it was the third show of the night. If it was first or last, it'd have been a huge bummer.
Yeah, I've done like one show for 4 people that was like really, really fun.
This one was not that.
Okay, all right.
One guy was like kind of pissed at me.
You can't have 25% of the crowd
mad.
Some
would argue 50% of the crowd was mad.
Oh, there was one on the fence?
Well, there were 2 guys that were like, it's weird how people react when they're uncomfortable. Because like if they were just lost in a sea of people, it would have been fine.
Right.
But like you could tell they really had their guard up and they wanted to be like, you're not getting me, dude. You know what I mean? Like, so they were like really being weird.
Yeah.
And then obviously I handled those situations really, really well.
Yeah.
So now I'm screaming at half the audience.
Mm-hmm. He's like your mic keeps cutting out.
I was like, oh, dude, you listen to the pod?
It did just kind of cut out right there. That was bad timing.
Hey, Tom, I got to get a new fucking cord.
Get the whole setup today.
Jesus Christ.
I
guess I got to stop doing the cleanup. But yeah, 4 people. That one keeps on your toes, though.
Yeah. Did you do material or did you do crowd work?
A little bit of both. Toss some new at their ass. Got some new cooking.
There we go.
Love
That's
that.
that's all you can ask for.
But it
in
was
this
nice.
life.
You go from the Forsh, and then the next show completely packed, and it's one of those things where you're like, "Oh, I appreciate this so much more now."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
mean? Yeah. Well, it's you're like, I didn't realize that not fighting for my life is way better.
Yeah, this is like way more fun. Ooh,
Yeah.
look, I'm doing well. This is a nice time.
This is how it's supposed to be.
Bingo, bango.
Is this Duck Duck Goofs in Boston?
Goof City.
That rules.
Very, very
Man,
fun.
I really
I'll be
gotta
back in
put a
March.
weekend there.
He's opening an actual club.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is he doing spring dates right now? Actually, this is bad. Let's not talk about this because we have some comedians that listen to this and they are going to get some messages.
Right. No, he's shutting the club down.
Yeah, he's no longer taking availabilities.
He actually got arrested. Shout out. But yeah, so last show, this is what I did last time I was there. You do all the shows, and then late show Saturday, I did crowd work the whole time. And it was so fun.
And you were headlining.
Yeah.
That's allowed.
It was so fun. It was like the last show. It was the ninth of the weekend.
It was just the 9th.
Ninth show of the weekend. It was like, let's just have a little fun.
How long were you doing?
I think I did 40.
God, that's fun.
So much fun.
Did you get that thing on tape?
No, of course not. Why would I tape it?
I'm gonna kill you, dude.
Why would I tape it? It's all being in the moment, Tom.
Yeah, but you also need to be in the internet.
I mean, I'm in the internet. I'm just not like on the internet.
I'm in and around the internet.
I mean, I'm flirting with it. I look at it all the time, dude.
Dude, I'm in the internet more than most people, honestly.
Fucking looking at Twitter right now. Ha 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 ha. Look at all these good tweets.
God, God, Twitter rules.
I really do. Twitter.
Yeah. Okay. Well, king of crowd work, dude. There's a new king in town. There's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly to New York today and take your microphone and throw it into the East River.
That's
I mean,
what's causing the problem.
It's
I do that.
I'm not getting any of this.
Is it still fucking up?
Now it's back.
I need like a mic stand so it doesn't move at all.
No, you need a better thing.
Tom, this is the one you told me to purchase.
I know, based on like 8 minutes of research. We need to figure out something else.
Okay, what mic do you have? Fancy pants?
But I have a whole setup thing.
Oh, see, there is Mr. Fancy Man.
Well, because I have the rig that we use when we record in person.
Oh, boy.
And yours is sounding like you're underwater about half the time. And it's making me feel like I left my basketball shoes at home. This is
not basketball shoes.
Yeah, this is as angry as I get.
Tom, what was up with you yesterday? I was texting you. You seemed a little short, maybe a little stressed out. What was going on with Tom?
Oh, I was driving for 6 hours.
Oh, I've texted you while you were driving before. Don't give me that malarkey. Tom, what was going on?
Oh no, I was literally road tripping from San Francisco to LA.
Oh, you fucking lie to me.
And I was driving with my pal Danny, so I don't text and drive when someone else is in the car because that's embarrassing.
Well, you don't want to risk their life.
No, it's more I don't want to be judged. I don't care about their life.
You don't want to be judged. Why would you be being judged?
Well, because they'd be like, "Oh, you're texting and driving while I'm in the car. You're risking my life. I'm judging you."
Oh, well, yeah, that's what I just said. You don't want to risk their life.
Yeah, but I don't really care about that part. I care about the
You just don't want to be judged for risking their life.
Exactly.
You're a real piece of shit, Tom. You know that?
Yeah, I know. Oh, come on. We're just having some fun.
Tom,
no.
how's this guy on a road trip? Have you encountered this when you're on the road with somebody and they're not comfortable with some silence? Have you encountered this? How are we feeling about this? You guys heard of this?
I mean, has this ever happened to you? I have been that person in the past.
Oh no!
But now, like when I was younger, I feel like I was that way. But now, at the end of my life, shout out John Mulaney. It's one of my favorite lines of all time.
Where which
I think he was 28 at the time. I forget what special it is, but he's like talking about when he's younger, and he's like, and now at the end of my life.
That's fun. Check out
Um,
John Mulaney's new special.
Yeah, he's doing some good stuff. He's on the come up, honestly, and it's just good to see. It's good to see the team winning. You know.
Yeah, yeah. You like to see your boys rising up. It's
Yeah.
good.
Feels like rising tide raises all friends.
Bingo. Bingo.
So he's doing some stuff. Oh no, I was like that, I think, but I think I got more comfortable in the silence.
See, I did that on the little roadie with Jim Norton, and I hated it every second. But I couldn't.
You were trying to start combos.
I just couldn't. I was like, this is so lame and annoying, but words just kept coming out of my mouth, and I wasn't saying anything.
No, and then you start realizing it. You're like, so what was that last thing that I just said? What was that?
Well, you start noticing the answers are going from like 10 words to 2 to 1. And then words are still coming out of your mouth, and you're like, this sucks.
Oh, God. And you're fully thinking about how much it sucks, and you're still like, yeah, honestly, I would say Burger King over McDonald's.
Dude, dude. So this is the best example I have.
Yes, did I just kind of fucking nail it?
That's 2 on the fucking nose. I'm leaned back in the chair, got my eyes closed. It's been silent for 3 minutes. All of a sudden I hear, you a Chipotle guy?
Where's this?
I'm sleeping.
When was this?
It was recently.
Oh, dude, is this someone drove you somewhere?
No.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, you were driving?
You talking to yourself then?
Well, I'm
I had
like,
a full mental break.
You were leaning back, sleeping?
Dude, and it's like, eyes closed. You Chipotle guy? I'm like, no, I'm an eyes shut guy.
No, I'm like a nap guy.
No, I'm kind of napping. Trying to rip a nap, you know?
Oh,
sleepy.
God.
Comfortable with silence is an important skill in life. All the listeners out there, just you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them, Tom.
Yeah, I will say this
adage.
On road trips where I have gotten better about if I'm driving and if I'm not, because this is weird, but there's a hierarchy in comedy. Like if you're driving and you're like the headliner, then like it's kind of like you get to call the shots.
You kind of dictate.
Yeah. But if someone else is driving and you're the headliner, there's a little balance because it's like it is your car.
It is your radio.
It is your radio, but also there's still a weird power dynamic here. So like I think headliner gets conversation standards.
Right.
Yeah, right. yeah. And then driver gets tunes.
Well, yeah, but you're also like, hey, and I'm also not chipping in for gas. So like you kind of
you're like driver gets gas rights. Those are your rights, dude.
You get to pay for all the gas, and then I get to pick the music that I fall asleep to.
And take a nap, and you don't talk to me. And also you're doing 6.
And zip it. Okay. Can you zip it though?
But I think I've gotten better at being like at kind of setting like the next hour of the drive. Because one thing I like doing if I'm on a road trip with comics, I like riffing bits.
Sure.
But I'll set that a little bit like when I feel like the vibe is a little more talky. If we're gonna be talky, not sleepy, then I go,
right.
All right, after we finish this album or after we get gas, let's throw some bits out there.
Well, that's for the drive up. Drive back.
Drive back. Yeah, it can't be going bits on the way back.
I don't even want to look at you. Don't even say a word to me. I want to sit in silence the entire way home.
Drive back, I'll say pretty quickly, I'll go, you mind if I throw on a podcast?
Huge.
And then I throw on like a comedy podcast, or maybe a Conan with a fun guest. Something fun for the whole family.
Why not?
Yeah.
I sometimes go boring just to mix it up. Maybe put them to sleep.
Just NPR on a loop.
Yeah. But damn, they're getting fucked over again.
God. Are they?
This? Just never aren't.
Dude, can I run a bit by you that hasn't been working that I would just love one line for? And I said one new one to a friend last night, and it got like a friend laugh, and I was like, "Ooh, I wonder if that's a stage laugh."
Okay, well, look, I'll be honest with you.
So I have this premise that is like, it's one of those ones where you know where the premise is like starting to get a chuckle, and then the punchline is like, "I let everyone down."
What's the worst feeling in the world because you're going, the juice is not going to be worth the squeeze here because the punchline is much weaker than the premise.
Yeah, and I just feel like people are like, that's what you did with that. All right.
Oh, okay. You really okay.
So the line is like, it's making fun of my cousin who he posted on Facebook like, "Happy 8th birthday to our eternally optimistic kid," like eternally optimistic 8-year-old. And I'm like, what third grader is a cynic?
Right.
Like, who's out there on the playground? And then that's where I'm like.
Also, it sounds like his kid died a few years ago.
Eternal is a weird word to throw.
It sounds like he's like wishing his dead kid a happy birthday.
Well, that's a much darker take on this.
I mean, it does.
The kid is alive. He's alive and well.
Love an alive kid.
That's
Don't really
huge.
love a dead kid.
I've very
seriously
rarely been a fan of a dead kid.
Seriously, you died as a kid? Did you even want to do this thing?
It's so lame. He didn't even get the light yet. But so I need a better line there, but the line is what third grader is a cynic who's out there on the playground like, and then the cigarette drag starts getting a laugh, and then I'm like, fuck, I got a bad feeling about climate change, or I got a bad feeling about geometry. Those are the two that I've tried.
Yeah, climate change, no good. You got to go.
Geometry works.
Well, geometry's too old.
No, I looked up what you learn in third grade, and there's some geometry in there.
You got to go. I mean, let's see. What are kids up to? When you're like, I don't think I'm prepared to color inside the lines today, dude. It's just not for me. I mean, a little kid.
Go sillier. Go
sillier. Go goof. Yeah.
Because the line that I was with a couple of friends last night. We were trying to riff out some stuff, and I was like, somebody suggested like doing a play on a playground game.
Yeah, something about
like
the monkey
Red
bars.
Rover,
something about
whatever.
something about tag.
And I was like, Red Rover. There's fucking nukes in Iran.
That's
and that guy it got a group pop, but I was like, is that just because we were doing all the other lines? And this
I don't know if that one's gonna pop.
I think I have to try it.
Well, sure, you got to try it. Yeah, I think you got to go full little kid because that's the fun juxtaposition. It's a stressed out kid.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't make sense if the kid was stressed out about real stuff. He's got to be stressed out about what little kids are up to. Yeah. He's like, he left his crayons at home, or he, fucking, he's getting picked. I hope I get first pick and dodgeball today. It's something a little kid's up to.
Yeah. I can't remember what I was having trouble with last night. I can't remember any like recess games, like tag, hide and go seek. Well, we played like football and
what about like tetherball? Tetherball's a little kid. The swings,
swing set, monkey bars,
kid shit. Foursquare. That's a big one.
Yeah, Forsh.
Forsh.
Trying to play Forsh today.
Big Foursquare.
I don't know. All right, so we got to go goofy kid. All right, I'll figure that out.
Good kid stuff. Got to keep it kid stuff. Also, you go the dead kid route. That's fun too. Yeah,
it's super fun. Nothing streams fun goofball time like dead kid,
like a dead child. Tom, this is the one that's been working for my little buns, and I'm trying to find we've talked about it before about how, Lizzie's white, so obviously she loves true crime,
right?
And like I watch it with her, but like I don't need this information in my head because like when a woman gets murdered 9 times out of 10, it's the husband.
Oh yeah.
I don't I don't need that because it's like if something happens to her, I'm automatically the main suspect, which means if something does happen, I can't react naturally knowing that. So if I come in and she's dead on the floor, my first thought is I got to get rid of this body.
Yeah.
Big pop. And then this was like 50-50. It was like, only after I spread her remains out in several different landfills in the tri-state area can I grieve the love of my life. And that was like getting 50-50 pops.
What if you switch that sentence around?
I can only grieve the love of my life after. Like I can only properly grieve.
I need to find the time to grieve the love of my life after I've.
And I can only do that.
Yeah.
After I spread her remains in several different landfills in the tri-state area. Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Maybe try switching those around.
The old switcheroo.
Try to go genuine for a second on like I need to grieve.
Yeah. But I mean, I like the idea of like I can't react appropriately knowing that I'm the main suspect.
No. Yeah, that's
fun.
That's solid. That's killer.
That's goofball alert. Alert the we need a goofball. We need a siren.
Just for goofball alert. But we also have a siren for dick and balls.
Oh, that's true. Damn it.
Maybe that's less of a siren and more of a gargle.
Ooh, see, that's kind of gross. Maybe it's just kind of a choking sound. But yeah, so that one's fun. Yeah, I think
Dick and
you're
balls
right.
alert.
Dick and ball alert. And it's like people are like, Jesus Christ, guys, how did that slip through the quality control?
It used to be a family podcast. It's honestly so funny. My brother-in-law was like, yeah, I'm pretty behind on the podcast because I used to listen to it when I would drive Brennan to school. My nephew. He's like, I can't do that anymore because he started repeating stuff from it.
Yeah, you guys kind of took a turn there.
I think I sent you this video, but he said something when my brother-in-law was listening to the podcast and he was like, wait, what? And he paused it and my nephew just goes, fuck off.
He's like, well, okay, we're done with the roommates-in-law pod.
That was you. That was after Uncle Tim.
Oopsie. Sorry, Brennan.
I've never sworn on this podcast.
Tom doesn't swear.
I don't swear.
Doesn't swear. Never have. But yeah, I think you're right. I think I'll switch up those. And then I was talking about how I could never have, like, I can't have an alibi. It was cooking. It was nice.
There we go.
That's something that's working.
Mic cut out.
Yeah, I see it. The
wait, what's visible that you can see?
Well, this is the first time it's ever happened.
Oh, it actually came unplugged.
Yeah, it was like, hey, idiot, get a new mic.
It just popped up on the screen, an Amazon link, I hope.
But I got to get rid of this body. That one popped every time, and I was like, there we go.
No.
Now we're scooting on down the right road, Tom.
Well, Tim, while you were doing Ninch, I was doing Touche in Los A. And I went, Don't Tell Comedy was the first one. Hot, steamy show. Ran the Comedy Central set. Well, I almost did. So I'm not doing the thing that I did like for JFL where I like ran the set a ton. Really got, it's not the move. It starts feeling robotic.
Yeah, Robetronic.
Yeah, so not doing that. But I was like, all right, I haven't run it yet. Let me run it on this hot show. And then even still, I got like 6 minutes in and I had written something about Biden, that some loan forgiveness thing that he did last week. And I was like, I'm throwing in new.
Hey, was it about how he's forgiving everybody that went to University of Phoenix?
Yes. Are you reading something about this?
No, not anymore.
Yeah. I got something about it. It's kind of hacky though. I gotta figure it out.
What you got?
Well, it's basically like I'm trying to take two angles on it. Like the first angle is like, oh, what a consolation prize, but like everyone's kind of like, because the reason is that they falsely advertise job prospects.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's like you knew.
You knew that.
You knew what. It's like, come on, yeah, sure, you can have the $1,000 back. But like, come on.
Yeah. My thing was kind of like, come on. Like if people get mad, it's like they've been through enough. Come on.
Yeah.
Let them have it.
They deserve
Their life's
it.
obviously going to be much harder than yours. They went to University of Phoenix.
That's kind of like where I set it up. But then on the other side, I'm like, also on them though, like they knew too, and like it's just like I've never asked Taco Bell for a refund. Is like the angle I'm taking. I'm like, and I've wanted to, like, but have you ever asked a fast food worker for a refund? Like,
You're like, hey, this was bad. They're like, yeah,
I know.
yeah, you're at a bad restaurant.
And the angrier you get, the less they care. Like if you yell at a fast food worker, they're like, I'll quit right now. I mean, especially now,
care.
my student loans just got forgiven.
Yeah, that's fun.
And
that's
then
fun.
It's way too much bread for a thin slice of ham, but that little loop around.
That's fun. Yeah, that's definitely fun.
But I don't know. That's a joke that'll last. It might already be too late.
That one I think might be already gone, which sucks so much dick and balls.
It is fun though. I don't even care. It keeps you alive. Sorry if you guys didn't hear that. That was a dick and balls alert. Oh god. It's a free hot dog if you go to patreon.com/dick and balls.
You do have to deep throat the hot dog on camera and send that into our Instagram.
And then that's how you get the real hot dog.
That's how you get the real hot dog.
First one's fake.
First one's just a deep throat hot dog. See if you really want it.
First one's a dildo.
Sorry, Brennan.
Hey God.
Can't listen to it.
Oh man. But so anyways, but it does feel good to write like a topical thing. You just feel alive. Anyways, have a hot first show on Friday. Through some new, and that joke didn't really even work very well, but through some new.
Still feel alive.
And it kind of cooked. And then haul ass down to Manhattan Beach. It's like 25 minutes away. I get off stage. I text the guy, I go, I'm about 25 out. I'm supposed to go last on that show. The early show started late. Host went long. I'm stressed. And he goes, all right, this person's up. They're doing 10. And then it's one more. And then you. That's only 20 minutes. I'm 25 away.
Yeah, you're like, hey, this math ain't mathing.
And I'm like, you got to figure something out or tell me not to come.
Yeah.
And
he's like, no. We'll just have like a weird lull in the show and then we'll bring you up.
So
please don't tell me that's what happened.
So he doesn't respond because I'm like, maybe kill some time. Like have them do longer. Tell them to go long. And my roommate is on the show and he's texting me like, yeah, you're going to be cutting it close. I'll run out front because parking's hard. I'll run out front. I'll hop in your car, park your car. Roommate,
good friend.
Hero of the week right there.
Yeah, that's big. That's really big.
Brett the Lorax. Follow him on Instagram. And I get there. I'm doing like 90 going down to Manhattan Beach and pull up like just like comes to a screeching halt. Brett hops in my car. I sprint inside and people are like kind of like sitting, kind of it's restless in there. And the host
kind of milling around.
The host is on stage and he goes, okay, you guys. All right, let's focus up. And all the comics look at me like, Jesus. And I was like, God, this sucks. What is this energy? And then he does the thing. The host is a friend of mine, but he does a thing where he's like, all right, you guys, like, your headliner's here. Are you guys excited? Everyone's like, yeah. And he's like, give it up for Tommy Brennan. And everyone boos like they planned it,
Oh, fun. That's
fun.
kind of fun.
I like that. That's I would have done the same thing.
Absolutely. That's a good time.
But it's like kind of chaotic energy. I get up there and like, 0 for 3, first 3 jokes. Like,
you didn't riff? You didn't go to Riff Town?
Oh no, riffing is feeling weird.
Interesting. I'd have thought they'd have been down for a fun time after the boo.
Me too. I was feeling like it was going to be Riff City. I made fun of the host. It kind of gets like a little thing. I talked to a couple people. I talk about the weird surf shop the show is in. I talk about driving down here, almost getting pulled over, but obviously then they saw what I looked like. Nothing. It's like I'm like going 0 for. I went like 0 for 3 on things right away.
So you 0 for 3 on Riff City, and then you said, well, let me lean back into my tried and true. And then you went 0-3 on material.
On material that's going to be in the Comedy Central taping.
How much time you doing up there? Because this is starting to sound like a nightmare.
I think I was doing 12. I don't actually know.
Okay.
I didn't ask because I ran in and got brought on stage. And then I'm like, I get them on like one thing and I'm like, all right, it's back. And then it's back to zero. It was a fist fight. And I'm like bombing, like really bad.
Yeah.
Got out of there on a 20% laugh and was like, I'm sorry. I think I said sorry. And then the host comes out. I give him a hug, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I don't know what that was. And I'm like walking to kind of like zombie mode. I'm kind of like, the hell?
I mean, in his head, he's probably like, well, I did get the entire crowd to boo you.
Dude, they took a break.
Yeah, that's insane. That's absolutely insane.
But I didn't know that. Like, everyone was out of their seats before I got there. And then they had just sat back down. And he was just up there killing time. So everyone was just done with the show. Everyone was like, yeah, we've seen your friends do comedy. We don't need another one.
Okay, yeah, we'll sit down, I guess. How much time is he doing?
I was talking to them afterwards. They're all like 22 to 25. They're all hot. They're all rich. They're all fucked up. Like on shit. Like not
drunk. Oh, okay. They're a little pilled out.
Like ketamine or something. Like
the perfect show drug.
Dude, like, I mean,
fully disassociating in the front row.
Dude, this one guy, this was probably coke and just booze, but this guy, he comes up to me. He's like, he came to the show he saw it on my Instagram. He's like a fan, and he's like fucked up. He goes, he comes up, he goes, some kid Tommy, which is my Instagram handle.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah. And he's like, dude, been a fan for a while though. I gotta ask you, how'd you get started? And I'm like, oh, I started in Chicago after college, And he's like, oh, but where do you live now? And I'm like, in LA. And he's like, nice, but how'd you get started?
Yeah, and I just started in Chicago after college.
And he goes,
nice.
And now where do you live? I'm not kidding. We were in a time loop. I was like, what is happening here?
You should have started throwing different information at him and see if he caught any of it.
I was so shell shocked. I was literally like, I just returned from battle.
He's like, Dan, so how'd you get started? You're like, yeah, I started in LA, like right before college. And he's like, nice. He's like, where do you live now? You're like, live in Chicago now. And he's like, nice. Yeah. So how'd you get started? You're like, got started in Chicago after college. Nice. Where do you live now? Live in LA now.
I live in South Korea. It would not have mattered what I said. He was like, sweet. Also,
South Korea, pretty good comedy scene. I heard it's better than North Korea. They're a little
This guy hit me. I would say that he had 0 of the week energy, but he was just so fucked up. It's like hard. You don't just want your 0 to be just like a guy who does drugs. But like,
well, here's the thing. Here's what he thought was going to happen. He thought he was going to tee you up with a little question, and then you were going to kind of take it from there. So when you gave him essentially 2 one-word answers, he was out of ammo.
He's like, those are the 2 things I had.
There's like the 2 big things. So let me circle back and see if he'll take this bait again.
Maybe he can
it didn't
riff
work.
On this.
Yeah. And he's like, no, but seriously, like, where'd you start?
Where are you from, though?
So can you take the conversation from here?
Asking me where I'm from, like an old white man asks any Asian person. No, but like, where are you?
No, but like, where are you? From? Where's your originally from? No, they always say no, but like, where are you originally from? Yeah. And you're like, Minnesota.
Yeah. Do you hear my voice?
Like, okay.
The other thing he said, he goes, dude, I gotta tell you, you gotta put yourself out there. I go, what?
Oh, okay.
And he goes, well, dude, how I found you was one of your videos went viral, and I saw that, and I said, I'm gonna follow this guy. So you got to do that. And I was like, sounds like it's working.
Okay. So he's kind of a strategic thinker. You got to give him that.
It was so funny to present something that I'm currently doing as a new idea.
Well, he's like, look, dude, you got to put yourself out there, because the way that I found you is when you put yourself out there.
You ever think
so
about that?
Maybe play with that one in your noodle for a minute. What do you think of that?
Have shit go viral. And I'm like, look, I know my numbers lately haven't been what they used to be. Okay. I know that.
He interrupts you right through that. And he's like, so where'd you get started?
Man, this guy sucked. But it was just a beautiful comedy. Really beats you down sometimes, just when you're feeling hot. I'm coming off that first show, like
Hot and
man.
juicy. Yep. Hot and juicy.
Yeah,
Sold out show. Let's run back over here. 4 people in the audience.
Yep, that's
Tom,
exactly.
I know you've experienced this, and it's one of the most awkward and uncomfortable things. And if you are a comedy person, if you go to comedy shows, don't do this. After the show, we're all kind of sitting in the back, me and all the comics, having a fun time, and somebody comes right up and points directly at me. You were the best one, dude. We loved you so much.
In front of all the other comics?
Right in front of the other, and then just leaves me with that.
That's honestly mean. He handed you a grenade with the thing out.
And he was like, later, bro.
Pulled. Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like a fucking asshole.
Because are you supposed to say something now?
I usually just go, the show was great. Thank you guys for coming. You know, the comics all killed. It was just a really fun show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I
try to just disperse.
I go the other way. I say,
like, yeah, these dudes, I am way better than these guys.
You're fucking right, dude.
Yeah, there's a reason I was headlining this thing. These guys suck.
And then the second he leaves, I turn to everyone and I go, that guy's crazy.
That guy, what a douche, though.
Or you could go this route. You could go the dad route and be like, thanks, I'll give you the $20 I told you I'd pay you later.
Boy, now there's a real dad move.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah. When he walks away, go, best $50 spent.
Yeah. Yep.
But if you're a comedy person and you like somebody's set, unless they're alone,
yeah,
you got to spread those.
Oh, if I'm alone,
out.
Absolutely tell me I was the best one on the show.
Yeah, lay it on me. That's fine.
Yeah,
but not when everybody
even
else
if I wasn't
around.
No,
Roots my goods.
That's yeah. I'm trying to think of an analogy for that, but it is just. I think it's just rude to everyone else.
Yeah, it's just rude.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, yeah, no shit. I was up there for 45 minutes. They were up there for 8.
Yeah, I do the other thing sometimes
it's like,
too.
You know,
if I ever get that in the feature spot, I do the other way. I go, well, I was only doing 20.
And it's like,
they were doing an hour. They had to work in some new, you know.
I got the hottest part of the show.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. But that it's the most uncomfortable feeling of all time, because then you have to go back. We were all laughing and having a great time.
Yeah.
And then that idiot leaves and everyone's just sitting there.
Well, it's like all of a sudden, at least you were the headline.
True.
True. Because you were supposed to be the best one on the show.
That's a fair point.
And with that scenario with you doing 10 and a headliner sitting right next to you is way worse.
Or riddle me this, Tom. How do you think I'd have handled this one? If he'd have walked up to one of the other comics and said, you were the best one, and I was sitting there, I'd have lost my fucking shit.
I'll tell you this. Your mind wouldn't have gone to, man, that comic's in a hard place right now. Trying to decide what to say.
Piece of shit. Oh, you've been doing the same 8 for 10 years? Great. No wonder it's tight.
Congratulations. Yeah, but I bet you'll never move to New York. You move to New York, you're going to get buried. You know why? Because it's a really competitive scene, and it's honestly really hard to break into.
Yeah, you're fucking scared, dude. That's why. Just
anyways,
going off on this poor guy.
Can you still drive me back?
I am going to need a ride to that other show, though. What? No. I'm not going to pitch in for gas.
No talking either. Nap time for Tim.
But yeah, comedy audience, you just gotta be nicer about that.
Yeah, that's a good note. That's a good note.
A little more conscious of what's happening around.
Yeah. Tim, I saw a boob in the wild yesterday.
Love that. Single boob?
2 boobs.
Oh, okay. That's boobs in the wild.
Yeah, but a boob is funnier to say.
Sure, I agree.
2 boob Tom is what they're calling me now.
Damn, TBT.
No, it was so funny. I was walking out of I was driving up to, this was on Sunday. I drove up and I saw the Avett brothers in Stanford on Stanford's campus.
Okay.
On Sunday.
They still strumming the old banjo?
I think you said they are fucking ripping the banjo.
Love that.
I'll say this. I think you said it a few weeks ago. Just live music. It rejuvenates me in a way that is like life-saving.
It's truly magical.
And I don't prioritize going to concerts a lot. And it's so funny because like if people ask me, I'm like, I'm a huge live music fan, and I haven't been to a concert in like 4 years.
Yeah, they're like, oh, nice. Who's the last person you saw? You're like, oh, fuck. I saw Dave Matthews in 2011.
Wow, that's
And like,
weirdly close. I saw Dave Matthews in like 2013. No, it was
it's on a good show. But
yeah.
I think we got to start doing this more. It's good for your mental health. Go see some live music. Go see a real show.
And I listen to these guys almost every day. So I listen to like one song because I do a lot of the Spotify mixes, and they're like,
Sure.
man, Tom loves the Avett Brothers. We're throwing them on every mix on here.
And hey, I bet you're never mad.
They're
Are you?
spot on. I just got my little sister just gave me a little she gave me it's right back there, a print with the lyrics of one of my favorite Avett Brothers songs on it. And I'm just a huge fan, and I'm like, never seen him live. I was talking to one of my friends. He was like, I'm flying back from Chicago that day. I don't know if I could drive all the way up. I go, how about this? Change your flight to San Francisco. I'll scoop you up there, and then we'll drive back together on Monday. And he goes, bingo. Tickets were $40 on the lawn at this outdoor amphitheater.
You must.
It was beautiful. Anyway,
You simply must. Yeah.
great show, incredible time. Afterwards, we're walking back to the hotel we're staying at. Basketball court with lights on. I got a ball in my car. We shot hoops after the show.
This is a huge day.
Can you find a better night?
No, kind of can't. Because you're like, what, a little drunk?
No, a little high for
A
sure.
little high. Okay,
I haven't been drinking.
Yeah, same.
I'm going.
The drinking's been way down. Tom,
Yeah.
I'm back to a 32-inch waist. What do you think of that?
Wow, dude, that makes me feel self-conscious.
I mean,
I'm gonna go ahead and internalize that right away.
I only know that I check your waist size every time we hang, and I'm like, I'm just gonna say one under that.
No, I'm at about a 31 right now.
31. Yeah, I just bought some new chinos that are 30s, so it's
Yeah, I do wear like a 28 sometimes though.
Well, no, that's my high school. Those are my high school ones. So I'm getting back to the high school playing shape.
Oh, nice. You're fitting into those tearaways again.
Yeah.
But I'm driving up. I'm driving up there by myself. I stopped and get a Subway Sammy. You know me. I like a
Oh
Subway.
yeah, because you're
on the
staying
road.
healthy. Sure.
Yeah, you gotta eat fresh. And dude, I went to maybe the bleakest Subway in the world. It's like outside Bakersfield, California, middle of the desert. It's a gas station Subway. It's anything but eating fresh. I mean, there's no way, it's like, not to be hacky, but it's like, it is very ironic that that's the big sign. And I'm like, look around.
Yeah, look around. I'm closer to eating flesh right now. This is not good.
Hey, there we go.
There's a little something, Tom.
Subway,
What do you think of that?
eat flesh. Gross.
Oh no, no, fuck.
I'm really.
That was
I'm
kind
really,
of a subtle dick and balls alert.
Yeah.
Eating flesh.
I'm really sorry I started that. The gargle.
Like, because I hate it and it grosses me out every time. I am gonna keep doing it though.
It's pretty funny.
So what'd you go with? What's your big
up,
healthy order?
Oh, yeah, I get the least healthy sandwich on the menu. I go Italian BMT.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, dude.
On white.
I want to be farty. No, I'm going multigrain.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's
but
pretty
their
healthy.
multigrain doesn't feel grainy.
Mm-mm.
It's that texture of bread that I'm like, I don't really know what gluten is, but this is it.
This is definitely what's going.
This
Your
is full of
fingers feel a
gluten.
little weird after. What the
Yeah,
hell's going
it's like
on in this
almost
sandwich?
sticky, moist. It's like,
But I mean, it's tough because Subway is. You're looking around. You're like, I got Burger King, I got Mickey D's. I guess Subway's the best one.
it is. That's the unfortunate truth. Is like, unless you're driving through like a pretty nice area where they have like a Panera as an option or a Chipotle, but then I mean Panera, you're just paying for a more expensive sandwich, and it's
all
not
it is,
actually-
all you're paying for is because it comes in like a artisanal bowl, and that's it. And you're like, but it is mac and cheese.
Yeah, I am eating. I always get the broccoli cheddar soup, and it's just queso.
Yeah, it's all in it. But you're like, no, there's a veg in there. I got a
There's
little veg.
2 pieces of broccoli in there. Nope, that's a crouton. Awesome.
Tom, listen to this shit. So we're driving through Connecticut. We stopped to get a little food. There's only a Mickey D's. That's the only thing in sight. I go, so my classic order, they switched this shit up on me. My classic order used to be you get 2 spicy McChickens, a 6-piece nug, medium Sprite.
Okay.
I mean, historically, this is a $12 meal.
Kind of a 10 out of 10 order too.
It's a great order. You get a bunch of barbecue and you're dipping those fucking sandwiches in it.
Spicy, the spiciness at Wendy's and McDonald's though does bad things to my pooper.
Just horrific.
I think there's like a really bad chemical in there.
I would agree with you wholeheartedly.
I had Wendy's spicy McNugs recently, and
they hurt.
I had like 6 of them, and the next day I was like full on Jeff Daniels and Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, that's one where you're kind of like on the toilet going like, if you just get me through this time, I'll never eat these again. Please,
I swear
Lord.
I'll change. I'll get better.
I believe in you. But wait, Tom,
I
listen
might
to
be
this.
a vegan.
I get my little order. The lady says, "Great, that'll be $26.14."
What?
And I said, "I'm sorry, what did I order?" And she goes, 2 spicy chicken sandwiches, a 6-piece nugget, and a Sprite. And I said, and it was $26. And she kind of like snickered at me.
Don't snicker at my good friend Tim. Do not.
Not when I'm being responsible with my money.
Don't mix snicker at Timmy.
$26. I was almost like, hey, lady, you work at McDonald's. What are you laughing at me for?
Congratulations on your loans being forgiven. Come on.
Oh, that's what we in the biz refer to as a callback.
Oh, here we go. Dude, so what changed in pricing?
I go, how much are these chicken sandwiches? They're $8, Tom.
$8?
An $8 chicken sandwich?
I like saying dollars
for Mickey
like
D's?
That. Yeah, that's you gotta just switch to a McChicken. I believe those are $2. Those are still on the value menu.
That's what I ordered. That's what I thought I was ordering. You go spicy McChicken.
No, but spicy isn't on there. Because spicy, that chemical, they ship in from hell. And, so that costs a lot more.
That's what got caught up in the Suez Canal was all the spicy chicken juice.
It was all the spicy chicken juice powder stuff.
Because it's kind of Biden's fault, honestly.
Yeah, dude, everything is. I'm so sick of Biden's America. Everything's so expensive.
Fucking up our economy. It's just such horseshit.
I got a DM recently that I'm thinking about posting on my story, but this guy seems potentially violent. But he said, I know you joke a lot about Biden, but be careful where you travel and what you joke about, because some of us take this shit seriously. And a white fist.
Yeah, that's a violent man.
Yeah.
That's also a man who has in over a decade. That's a man who hasn't had sex in over a decade.
Oh, yeah. You talking about me?
Well, no, but you handle it a little bit better.
Yeah, mine comes out in form of needing to do comedy.
Yeah, you channel it into bits. This guy's getting upset.
Yeah, he's also like, he's one of those guys that it kind of seems like he is aggressively in the closet.
Sure.
Because he sends me like borderline sexual messages too, but then like really aggressive, mean messages. And he like hates me, but he follows me in response to all my Instagram stories.
I think it might be time to block this individual, Tom.
I know, but isn't it funny to read these? Because he's been in the request folder, so he can't see that I'm reading them.
Oh, okay.
I've never responded. But again, we got something to talk about.
You ever heard of Selena, Tom? You post where you're going to be.
Yeah.
This guy gets denied by one more woman. He's picking up a rifle and he's coming to your show.
No,
he would never.
Right? He would never. He would never do
that.
Because then if he killed me, then he would have no Instagram stories to respond to.
Oh, I bet he's responding to all sorts of people.
No, I'm special. Don't tell me he's cheating on me.
Are you cheating on me right now, dude?
Alive.
Tom, I mean, if this guy kills you, I'm not even going to your funeral. I'm just gonna send a message that says, "I told you, I told you."
Yeah, you're sending me a message.
Yeah, to the afterlife. No, I'm just gonna send a big bouquet of flowers, and it just says, "Told you."
just you run one of those planes above my funeral, and it just says Tim kind of called this.
Like I loosely called it on episode 96. Do we not remember this?
Does anyone want to do a pod?
Do need a new pod partner.
Does anyone know how to produce a podcast? Oh man. So I walk out of this subway. That's what we were talking about. I walk out of this subway and I'm kind of doing the thing where I'm kind of like zoned out. There's one other car in the parking lot. And I'm like looking around. I'm looking at this guy and he's kind of staring at me back, like kind of in a weird way. And then I look over at his wife sitting in the seat next to him. She's full topless breastfeeding. And I just like, it took me 2 seconds too long to realize what I was looking at. You know, it's like one of those things where you're like, it was
Surely
kind of
that's
how
not
I
a
felt.
tit.
It was kind of how I felt when I dumped water all over my floor.
Yeah, it takes a second to compute.
For a second, you're like, that's not what's happening.
That's not a tit.
And so I kind of was just staring at her. And then I looked back at the husband and he's like, come on, man.
He's like, buddy, my kid's starving, please.
And then you're kind of like, you kind of want to be like, oh, my bad. I wasn't.
No, I think this is sick. I would totally support this.
I'm in full support. I'm actually, some of my siblings are having kids now.
You're like, no, some of my favorite things are tits, man. So it's like totally cool.
No, me personally, huge fan.
Yeah, kind of top two for me, right? Yeah, it's the best.
I go tits and then I go dick and balls.
He's like, please stop making gargling sounds in front of my newborn son.
Like, all right, Italian BMT, would you go? Yeah, I'll get out of here.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram.
So yeah, that was kind of fun. I think we can wrap also.
Yeah,
I just realized how
see a tit. Oh, did we go for a long time?
Yeah, we're over. We're over.
Damn, dude. Time flies when you're having fun.
Sorry, we're riffing and having fun. I gotta go play basketball. I gotta go get some offensive rebounds. Oh, because this is the worst part about me forgetting my shoes last week. I just found out last night, ran into one of the guys that played. He goes, dude, we had 9 guys. I was the 10th. Usually there's
4-on-4.
Usually there's 18 people there.
They had to go 4-on-4.
They had to go 4-on-4, and
one sitting.
One guy sitting. That's what we in the business and my good friend has coined a tough look.
That's bad. They're going Shirley Tom showing up.
Yeah,
that guy hadn't boxed anybody out all week. Surely he's showing up.
Yeah.
This guy had made a 3-second call in 7 days.
No, not a 3-second. I did get a charge call recently though. But he called it because he did just kind of fuck me up.
Oh, okay. Fair. As long as he calls.
But the whole rest of the game, I'm like, he hates me because I got a charge.
You're calling carrying calls and shit. All right, let's wrap this motherfucker.
If you're in New York, I would love to see you next Thursday, October 5th at the Cutting Room for the Comedy Central taping.
CR.
If you can't do that, I'll be bopping around doing some fun shoes in New York next week. Doing that Fat Black Pussycat show.
There we go.
In session, I'll be bouncing around. Maybe I'll even hang out with my good friend Tim Smith.
Whoa. Did
you ever think about that?
What if we hung out for like a minute or two?
I think we got to do a podcast. You want to come in and do a podcast at the hotel I'm staying in?
No.
Why?
Because then I got to carry all my shit.
Oh, what I do every time I go to your place?
Yeah, I don't have a backpack though, Tom. I don't have anything to carry equipment in.
You know what? Now that you just said that, we're absolutely doing it at the hotel. You just sealed your fate, my good friend.
This is like home base.
Oh yeah, we've done 4 pods there.
Actually, we've done 0 pods here.
Not true. We have
Woodward Studios?
Yeah, right in your kitchen.
We have done them in Woodward Studios.
Yeah.
I always forget what stew we're in. Yeah, I'll come to the hotel. Sure.
And then also if you're in Louisville, I'm there this weekend. Come on out, Louisville Comedy Club.
Come on out. I'm gonna be in Louisville.
You know what that was? I was holding in a fart in a weird way.
Okay. Come on out to Connecticut. Me and my good friend Ryan Donahue going to be in Connecticut this Friday night.
That's a fun combo.
Zipping bits. It's going to be a good time. I'll post it on my dang Instagram. I don't know exactly where we're going to be, but hey, toss us a little like on Spotty. Tell a friend.
Hit a review. Tell a friend. Tell a friend, honestly.
Mother.
And send in a 0 of the week because me and Tim are being too positive lately. We're not finding good ones.
I know. I don't know I need to start drinking again. That'll really drop my serotonin down. I'll start finding zeros all over the place.
Same. Once we're both off the wagon, then we'll be fine. All
right.
Guys,
we love you.
Bye.
He married my sister. Now we're living together. We're